Democrat lawmakers, some in the liberal media, and even the CDC is now replacing pregnant women with pregnant people or birthing people. And now, apparently, menstruating people is the new woke term. That's how Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer referred to women during a recent Democrat Party event.
I have the constitutional ability to bring a lawsuit to protect constitutional rights of people of Michigan. So I brought a lawsuit on behalf of all the menstruating people in Michigan, 2.2 million.
So everyone expects me to start with a woman on this, but since we can't define woman, I will start with Ben Ferguson.
Identify as a woman for the comment, right? Because now you can totally do that. Men can't have babies, okay? Let's just start with that. I don't have to be a biologist. And men can't menstruate. I cannot believe I'm actually saying this on national TV, but here we are because the Democratic Party actually believes that people are so stupid that you can convince them that a dude can have a cycle. We cannot. We may get cranky. We cannot have a cycle. We cannot have a child.
Really?
And stop saying it. But it's going to confuse an entire generation of what all of this is. And I don't understand the play here for Democrats. We were talking about this during the break. I don't get it. Do you really think the people that buy what you're selling right now are going to, like, leave the Democratic Party? No, they're already crazy in this world. But are you expanding the base by talking this way? I can't imagine you are.
No, you're not. But this has become just global. You have NPR, they're writing about people who menstruate. And then you have AOC, here she is in all her glory, Carly.
I don't know if he is familiar with a menstruating person's body. In fact, I do know that he's not familiar with a woman, with a female or menstruating person's body.
She almost said woman.
How dare she? The left is really becoming a cartoon version of themselves. It's kind of funny. Nobody likes this, honestly, more than Republicans, because keep saying menstruating people and try and get independents to vote for you. And on top of that, if you are in the state of Oregon, your taxpayer dollars are going to feminine hygiene products that will be placed in boys' bathrooms K through 12 in the name of menstrual inclusion and dignity.
Wow. Good use of my money. Thank you. Yeah. Well, let's go to the Supreme Court to define woman. Here she is.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
That's so key when she says I'm not a biologist, because she too knows that men don't have a uterus and women do. And you can have a hysterectomy and have it removed, but you started with one, right? So even she knows that it's about the science of things. She did not jump to, well, if you identify as a man, then blah, 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 blah. So not everybody's on that same page. And I don't know that it does widen the tent, because by the time they get there, they're going to be where Van Jones has predicted they'll be. They'll be with all the acronyms and all of the weird speak around things, and Democrats won't be winning.
I have a question. I mean this sincerely to all of you. When do feminists get angry over this? I mean, being a woman is supposed to be, right, an empowering thing. Stand up. This is something they've been preaching for a long time. And now you're taking away the definition of what a woman is. When do feminists actually start saying, enough of this?
That was back in the 80s. It is ironic for her to say she's not a biologist when Democrats on the Supreme Court, leftists, concocted Roe out of thin air based on science and biology. They were scientists and biologists then. But CDC, let's go to the science premier agency, health agency of the country. They talk about pregnant and recently pregnant people, Emily. So even they don't get it.
Right. Aren't they the just premier authority? That is the question, Ben. You're absolutely right. For what I thought was a movement of "We are women, hear me roar," weren't we supposed to be protesting with those certain hats just a few years ago about women's rights? Remember that? We all remember that. What happened to that? Why is all of a sudden woman a dirty word? I was speaking with a multi-year cancer survivor who had had a hysterectomy, a double mastectomy, and she said, "Am I still a woman?" And it broke my heart. And the answer is unequivocally yes.
But to have the culture, to her, seem that it's confusing, that there are certain, there are certain identities that only deem you that, and that she's lost her essence, it broke my heart. And I think by blurring those lines, then you, dilute the identity. And by the way, if you ever call me cranky, Ben.
No, I said I'm cranky. Men can get cranky. That's about men. We get cranky, but don't say I'm a woman, right, at that point. I'm waiting for that to come back.
I do have a question. I'm going to ask you if that's okay, Kaylee, because I know you're leading the segment, but it does pop into my head that we are waiting for a Supreme Court ruling about, on one side, a woman's right to choose.
Yeah.
Do they not mean that on the left?
No, they don't mean that, because now it's a menstruating person's right to choose. I mean, it's ridiculous, where it's no longer about women. And I agree with Ben, where we began the segment. It's women who get pregnant. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's women who get pregnant.
Yep.
So I would know. So would you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.